Hey guys, this is LTX here with another video. I have Jarrett Siebert in the call with me for this one. This is race 10 of the 2018 season I'm doing from a 2016 Rockingham. If it were accurate at all, then there'd be cracks and shit and the track would be falling apart, but there isn't. What time is it?
2:30.
So it's 1:30 for me. I'm not even saying the names of the drivers as I go through the starting grid. Just going through it. Yeet. Jimmy Johnson's not starting 30th. Cool. Joey Logano's on pole. Ooh, where's he in points? 12th in points. Doing sort. He only has like one top 5. Rip. Okay, he sucks. Where's the command? Wow, that was a shitty command. Who does the commands in this game? Who recorded them like 12 years ago? The commands are terrible. Like one of the times the dude goes, is this thing on?
Is this thing on?
It's terrible. It's actually terrible.
Oh my god. And now to think these guys now do Irishes.
Yep. And this track is boompy as hell. Probably even bumpier in real life, but
You would not think that 10 years later they'd make the most simulated game of them all.
mm-hmm. This game is still the best though, because it ages really well. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The green flag about flight Rockingham. Rockingham. Race 10 underway at Rockingham. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Wow, look at that frame rate.
iRacing, 84 frames per second.
Oh, Chase Elliott tapped the wall. Or not Chase Elliott, what's his face? Someone in the back tapped the wall. Chase Elliott going lead lap 1. Yeah, yeet. Actually, a pretty interesting race so far. Never mind, Chase Elliott has the lead. He's gone by. Took no time at all for Logano to fall to like about to be 5th. Rip El Gano. Truex is starting to catch back up to Elliott. What lap is this? We're on 3 now, I think. Yep, 3 of 40. He's gonna dive bomb him. Slide job. Nope, no slide job. Oh wait, actually. Never mind, I thought he was going to get close. Damn, 2 Penske cars in the top 5. 2 Hendrick cars in the top 5, but as we know with qualifying from Darlington, that won't last long. Marvin Truex Jr. on the inside. Takes the lead. Vroom vroom. Brad Kalakabuki is also now in 2nd place.
Who?
Brad Kalakabuki.
Oh, the guy who won the Xfinity race.
Yep, that guy. That's him. Look at all these Chevys up at the front. Jimmy Johnson, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson. And that's it. And Martin Truex Jr. is in the lead. Look at our fastest lap column. Damn, they're all slow. Keselowski's hot in pursuit of the 78. Takes a slightly lower line, won't get quite the runoff. We do take it on board with the 2 for this battle for the lead. Running just half a lane lower. Ooh, gets to the inside of Truex. Will actually take the top spot here, coming across the stripe. Truex looking a little unsteady in that car right now. Not quite able to hold the line he needs to. Even slower on the outside. Now he's in a Penske sandwich. Get a sick camera angle here. Really is a sexy camera angle though. No cautions so far in this one. Look through the field on the right side of the screen. Eric Almirola are pretty deep. It's a little uncharacteristic of them this season. Kevin Harvick as well, not having the greatest race so far. Hamlin back in 20th. That's also not good for them. Considering Ryan Blaney. Wait, where's Ryan Blaney? Oh, damn, Blaney's even further back. Yeah, the gap between Blaney and Hamlin right now is a mere 5 points. So as things run, Blaney in 25th and Hamlin in 23rd. The gap is only a couple of points now. So it's pretty important that. Wait, was that a caution light? No, it wasn't. Okay. Pretty important that Blaney keeps up with Hamlin as they both seem to be moving through the field. Never mind, Hamlin lost a spot. It's good for Blaney. Austin Dillon not having a great race so far. We're only a 4th through, so there's plenty of time to turn that around. Speaking of, I think green flag pit stops are going to be starting any second now. Lap times have already slowed down quite considerably. Almost a second a lap slower by the whole field. Battle for position back here. Kyle Larson going around the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Eric Jones looking to follow. That outside is just not the preferred line on the long runs. You just go straight backwards. Jimmy Johnson minus 2 spots in one corner. Looks like he'll fall victim to another one. Clint Boyer and probably Suarez too. It's just to get stuck on that outside. And you get absolutely freight train. That's why late in the run it's pivotal to protect the bottom. Just don't have enough grip to get the runoff required to make that lane work. It looks like his downward spiral will stop for now, but not after going from 4th to 9th. So that's the danger right there of getting stuck on the outside. It doesn't look like he was able to get to the bottom that time. Now he has another problem inside of him, the 47 and the 24. As we go further up, Keselowski continues to lead the way. Haven't seen a win out of the Penske camp yet this season. So far, things are looking pretty good for them, running 1st and 3rd. As I predicted earlier, I think pit stops are right around the corner. Logano 3rd, Larson 4th. Now the 48 falling further back, McMurray going by now. Ty Dillon, wow, Ty Dillon's really stepped it up. Seems like they've had a few top 10s now, and they're running pretty close the way it stands. So 13 crew is definitely up to the ante, perhaps making a mid-season playoff run if they can keep it up, because the way they're going right now, they've been going nowhere but up in the standings, and that's exactly what they need. Whoa, not sure if there was contact up here between Busch and Larson as green flag pit stops are now beginning with Truex. Good, smart call by him to come in when he did. It's going to be a 2-stop race for everybody, so you don't really need any risky pit strategy. And he's not going to have any trouble getting in and out of his box quickly because he's the only guy there on pit road. Ooh, contact between the 18 and 22 heading onto pit road. Or at least the 22. Let's see who else goes with him. Byron, Harvick, Johnson. Looks like this will be round 2. All Hendrick cars, a lot of Chevys, a few Fords. This will be round 2 of green flag pit stops. So give it another 10-15 seconds. Should be the rest of them. Keselowski, the leader, followed by Busch, Boyer, Jones, Ty Dillon. I believe it's Eric Almirola. And then the rest of the field. So this will be interesting. Keselowski ran 2 laps on older tires, so Truex Jr. should be the one that cycles out into the lead following this round of stops. As NR 2003 literally almost crashed. At least I predict Truex will come out to the lead. Oh, Larson still needed to pit. He still had the field lapped. Truex could cycle out to the lead, or he'll be close. Where's Keselowski? Yeah, Truex will definitely gain the lead here. See, that's how much that does, but Keselowski will have 2 lap fresher tires than Truex, which makes quite a difference. So we'll see how this goes out. goes down, but Truex not having to deal with any traffic on pit road and running extra laps on fresh tires. Gained a couple seconds on Brad easily. Just ran his fastest lap of the race, so there's no shortage of pace there. He's definitely getting everything he can out of those tires while he can. And the gap back to the 2 car is significant. Not a whole lot of a race going on right here. Now it's a strategy game. If you look at the timing, should be updated. Yeah, 4-second gap on Brad Keselowski. Absolutely massive advantage. As in the rest of the top 5 goes Brad, his teammate Logano, and then Byron running a solid 4th place, and then Kyle Busch following his first win of the season last week, now running P5 as we reach the halfway mark. Keselowski lost a little bit that lap, interestingly enough. I'm a little surprised that Truex is able to stretch it out like he is. After about 6 more laps on this set, technically he could just pit right there and he'd make it all the way to the end. Can do a lot with strategy, but where they are right now, they put themselves in a good spot to where they're controlling the field and they appear to have the quicker car. Keselowski gained a little bit right there, but they're just back where they were in neutral when this run started. So great strategy call by Cole Pern to put the 78 out front, not just by a little bit, but to make up the gap on Keselowski and put a 4-second lead between the 2 of them. So really an excellent call. You can see the 2 cars kind of starting to gain, but 17 should be on pit road in 6 or 7 laps. I don't know if the 2 car can necessarily pick up that much time in 6 or 7 laps. That would be quite astonishing. As Truex does begin to deal with lap traffic, though, it should help Keselowski's case. As Brad crosses the line, you see the gap was shrunk a little bit more that time. As Kennington is refusing to go a lap down, not making it easy on Truex to get by. And the gap shrunk quite a bit that time around. However, it's still going to have to be more. And if the strategy plays out the same way as it did last time, then Truex will simply walk away with the victory. That's more than what they need. 4/10 that time on Truex. They need those kind of lap times. Although Truex was slowed down by the lap car of DJ Kennington, that does help Keselowski a lot. And Keselowski's definitely just running outright better lap times. He's much faster in the center of the corner. Yeah, now the tire wear is starting to come into effect. Keselowski has chopped the gap from 4 to 3 seconds over the last 3 or 4 laps. Truex still running the same line, not really changing anything about his play as he crosses here. Keselowski now much closer, 3 more tenths off the gap. He is charging hard. He knows he's going to have to catch Truex. Let's take a look at the rest of the top 10, top 20 real quick. Lap times have slowed down considerably. They're going to need a really good pit stop by the 2 crew. That gap is ever shortening. At least 3/10 a lap being gained by Keselowski. He's getting very close to Truex. I say very, but if we look out his windshield, he's still got quite a ways to go. Truex is up here, but Keselowski is moving significantly quicker than the 78 car. That time around in particular, he's going to gain a lot. Yeah, the gap chops down almost half a second. Gap is under 2 seconds now. But what's going to be interesting to see if Truex can pull out that big lead he did. Looks like Truex might be coming this time. Here he comes. Truex to pit road. And this is ultimately what will decide the race, because Keselowski has the quicker car for sure. As Harvick riding the wall over there, that was interesting. Harvick hard into the outside wall, not going to bring out the caution. Definitely will shake up his race just a little bit. Come and check out the guys on pit road. Truex, Johnson pitting earlier than last time. Same with Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin. Looks like after seeing how well it worked out for the 78 car, we had a lot more guys make the decision to come down pit road earlier. Harvick, I guess, being forced to come down after heavy contact with the wall. Comes Elliott. Big decider will be how long Keselowski chooses to stay out. It's really hurting him right now. I don't think it's a good call by them to stay out at all. They're losing. They lost a significant amount of time due to cars coming in and them having to slow down. That's going to hurt them really badly in the longer run. They're going to have to come now if they want to.
Oh, yeah, it'll hurt him hard.
What?
It'll hurt him hard.
It will hurt him hard. Keselowski just lost this race. So I think he did. Truex is the first car we need to be watching. See Motors around to take the lead or get his lap back here. Running very, very fast lap times. Keselowski will definitely not get the lead on this round because he lost tons of time. See Truex. They're just now putting on the left sides, and you can see Truex is coming into picture right here. The two is just coming. Wow, yeah, Keselowski absolutely out of it. It'll be Eric Almirola, I think, who will cycle to second place. They did not play the strategy game too well there. So Truex leading, it'll be 7 to go. Could be another game changer in the points. 78 might take the lead in points following this one the way it's going so far. As we do take a look at the standings, he won't take the points lead, but it will be his first win of the season. So things looking up for them so far. They've had a pretty good season so far, they just haven't been able to close out any wins. Down to 6 to go. Almirola does not appear to be closing the gap. Well, he is, but not nearly quick enough. It's been the case the whole race, though. Cars quicker than Truex. Not quick enough. If we go to the fastest lap, Truex isn't even here. They're 13th on the quickest lap column, which is not significant, but you see Eric Almirola is there 10th, and Keselowski is actually, interestingly, lower than Truex. But a lot of these guys are faster than the 78 car. It's just that the 78 has played the strategy game much better than anybody else in the field, and it's going to pay off for them. And they've had fast cars. It's not like pace has been their issue. It's just it takes strategy to win races too, and they've had it. 4 to go for the 78. The gap that time lengthens. It's no use watching it now. Just going to need no mistakes from Truex, and he's got this one in the bag. We'll look a little bit more amongst the field. Still scattered battling throughout the top 10. Jones, Johnson, Boyer, probably Kurt Busch soon. It really sucks for Brad Keselowski. They had the fastest car of the race, and the strategy did not play out in their hands. 2 to go for Martin Truex Jr. Quiet season, quiet but good. Haven't been in any real contention for wins. It looks like they showed up big today. Led over half the race. Had a good enough car. But it's going to be strategy that will win them the day as he takes the white flag. And I don't know how to do camera angles. There we go. Last time around Rockingham for Martin Truex Jr. Down the back stretch. And the next car miles away in sight. It'll be Martin Truex Jr. picking up his first win of the season. Watch the rest of the field fly by. Almirola, second there. Still lots of scattered battling throughout the field. We've got the last top 10 spot. Kurt Busch did. William Byron with a very strong third place run. That's something that we haven't seen out of that team all season. Look at the rest of the results. Good run for the 47. Kyle Larson is going to drop further in standings. They've been the most up and down. They can gain 10 spots and then lose 10 spots and then gain it again. Right now they're losing spots. Battle for the points lead, Ryan Blaney and Denny Hamlin. It will get even tighter this time around. We'll go look at standings. It's not cooperating. There we go. If we look at it here, Eric Almirola finishing. Ooh, Almirola might actually take the points lead. It's about a 13 point. No. He'll gain 13. No, Eric won't take the points lead. However, I do believe that things will definitely tighten up after this one. Let's see, that's 39, 26, 13. From the looks of it, Eric Almirola will take second in points. And from there, the difference won't be very much. We'll have to find out. For now, here are the full finishing results. Truex Jr., Almirola, Byron, Logano, Kyle Busch round out the top 5. Keselowski, Clint Boyer, Eric Jones, Jimmy Johnson, and Kurt Busch round out the top 10. The rest goes as follows. Hasn't been a great couple of weeks for Kyle Larson, as he's gone from 4th to 8th in point, or 4th to 7th to 8th in points, as you see, down 1 spot from last week, possibly bound to lose more. Kyle Busch, 5th in points. He gained 6 spots last week. It looks like he's going to move even further up the grid. Paul Menard, another disappointing run. They were safely inside the playoffs, and that looks like they're going to be further outside. Alex Bowman has not had a top 10 or top 5 all season. That streak continues, but he might be looking to gain some with this. Suarez, I believe, finished in the top, or not top 5, he finished 12th. Okay. Just looking at the point standings, putting these up. These are as of race 9, so everything is up to date. And I'm going to go ahead and update them after I'm done recording this video, which is right now. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll upload race 11 eventually.